Hello everyone, my name is Bethany and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite historical romances. I've read a lot of historicals. I've read a lot of historicals, but I think I read a lot of historicals mostly when I was sneaking them from my mother's book stash, and I don't know a lot of those books and I don't remember a lot of them, and I didn't really pay attention to who was writing what. I was just voraciously reading them. I lost my favorites probably along the way in my journey to get back into historical romances. These are probably from ones that I've read more in the last few years, so I'd say a lot of them are more recent publications, but I still have some favorites I still thought I would love to share, and here we go. So let's start. So actually quite a few of these are series, and I have a few favorites from each series. So I don't know, I feel like a lot of historical romances do mostly series. I mean, there's some standalones, but I feel a lot of them do series. So to start off with, I went through a Maiden Lane series where I binged like half the books. I didn't read all of them. I just jumped around to like my favorite characters and the stories that I wanted to see. So these are my favorites of the Maiden Lane series by Elizabeth Hoyt. I loved this series so much. I think because like there was like the spy vigilante aspect. I don't know why. Maybe that's like my thing, because I feel like I really liked that. I don't know. Anyway, the first one so I'm going to recommend for that series, the first one is going to be Scandalous Desires. That is number 3 in the Maiden Lane series as my favorite. And that includes a pirate hero and a pious heroine. I loved Mickey's arc so much. He comes a long way in the book, and he's like really admires her so much, and they come together really great, and I loved them coming together, and I just loved his arc so much and how he falls in love with her. It's so good. He's a pirate hero. There's a situation where he like has to keep her safe and captive and for a duration, and yes, it's so good. I will say they're the one couple that, because of the nature of their relationship, are not in any of the other books, which makes me so upset, because all the other ones make cameos except them, and they were one of my favorite couples. Oh well. The next one of the Maiden Lane series that was my favorite was Thief of Shadows, which is number 4 in the Maiden Lane series. These are all by Elizabeth Hoyt. Winter Makepeace. I love him. I love him so much. He was definitely one of my favorite heroes out of the series as well. Also one of the first virgin heroes I had ever read. Before that point, I don't know if I had ever read a virgin hero. I mean, I read this probably about 3 years ago, so I think I've come across more virgin heroes since then, but he was definitely one of my first, and I loved that about him. And Isabel was such a great match with him. The two of them were just everything. They were everything. They were so good together, and I loved them coming together. And I was definitely one of my favorites from the Maiden Lane series as well. And the next one, this one's been talked about. I've seen this one on BookTube before, especially because it's a disability rep, but this is Dearest Rogue, which is number 8 in the Maiden Lane series. This is a blind heroine, which love a disability rep, so that's a lot of fun. And a disabled hero, but what makes him so great is he's pining. So he's a bodyguard. He's taking care of her to protect her. Her brother's like really overprotective for the fact that she's becoming blind. He is hired as her bodyguard essentially to take care of her and look out for her, but she's a very independent heroine. She's determined to do a lot of it herself. As he's watching her and as he's like bodyguarding her, it's just, there's so much pining. I feel like I've not found as good of pining as him since that book, I think. Like, I really remember reading, her perspective was most of the beginning, and then switching to his perspective, because she like doesn't like him. She thinks he's a bore. She thinks it's stiff. And then switching to his perspective, he's like enamored with her. It's just great. Really recommend that one as well. And those are my top favorites of Maiden Lane series. Quite a few of them are good. I think I read up to maybe 10, 12 maybe. And then it kind of went on a little bit longer, and I kind of lost interest. I wasn't really interested in any other characters that they were hinting at in the other books, so I didn't finish the series. But from the ones I read, those are the 3 of my favorites. This is a popular series, I feel like, because Lisa Kleypas is a really popular romance author, and one of my favorite Lisa Kleypas series is going to be the Wallflowers series. So first you have Secrets of a Summer Night, that is number 1 in the series. It starts off as just a really good intro to the series. I just really love Wallflowers to start off with. I just think I love Wallflowers. There's just something about them. There's something really captivating about Wallflowers, like overcoming their wallflowerness and finding their true love. There's something like rooting for the underdog. That's what it is. It's rooting for the underdog. So I think I really like Wallflower romances, and this was a very good series. Number 1 was a good intro into the series. I love the setup of the Wallflowers. I don't know why I didn't write any information about the hero and heroine, but apparently I liked it. And then number 3 is Devil in Winter, and that was about Evie and St. Vincent. That is a like reformed rake type of situation and a Gretna Green romance. They're on their way to Gretna Green to have a marriage convenience and fall in love along the way, which I always love that kind of trope as well. Yes, I really, when I was rereading my reviews to come up with this list, I really like Devil in Winter. Some of these I don't really remember as well. I feel like there's some people who didn't think St. Vincent was very good. I don't remember why though. I think it might be controversial, but apparently I liked it. So there you have it. And next is another favorite series of mine is going to be Girl Meets Duke series by Tessa Dare. My favorite of that series is going to be this is like more like a Wallflower series, but also kind of spinster because they're a little bit older, which is a lot of fun. And I like that. Again, like rooting for the underdog, wanting women to find their true love. I can definitely root for that. The Duchess Deal, number 1 in the series, is about Emma and Ash. Ash is a disabled hero, and I feel like I didn't see this in any of the descriptions of the book, but I feel like it has kind of Beauty and the Beast retelling vibes, maybe like Sunshine Grump trope as well between the two of them for that particular book in the series. Yes, and that was one of my first Tessa Dare books, and I was obsessed with her afterwards. I just thought there was just something really modern about her writing style, but still doing a historical, and really great consent issues and really great characters and modern seeming heroines. And yes, I really, really liked Tessa Dare, and that got me kind of reading more of her right away. The next one from that series that's also my favorite is The Governess Game, which is number 2 in that series. This was about Chase and Alex. I also love a meet cute in a bookstore. Yes, give it to me. I love it. And I love that she re-met her hero in different circumstances, and also Chase is kind of a reformed rake trope as well. And obviously Alex is a governess and takes care of, I want to say, his nieces, I think. Really great. Love the vibe between the two of them as well. My next favorites are going to be the Regency Chase series by Lauren Royal. This particular series follows the Chase sisters, and then there's a Chase brother, and his arc is through all 3 books, which I kind of like having something overarching as well. The first book in the series is Tempt Me at Midnight, which is number 1 in the series. That is a childhood friends to lovers. I think he comes back. I want to say he comes back from war. He's thinking it's safe, but it's not. She is still super interested in him and tries to go for it. Next is Tempting Juliana. That is number 2 in that series. I want to say that one, when I was rereading the description, it's definitely Jane Austen Emma vibes, because I believe that heroine is trying to matchmake, but the guy is he's trying to stop her from matchmaking, but instead falls in love with her. So I love that as well. Big fan of Emma, so here for that. And the third book in that series is between an artist and a con man, I think. Or there's like a conning situation. He convinces her to do some art for him because he's trying to pay off somebody. And hijinks ensue. And again, the overarching arc is about the brothers' romance, but you get that mostly resolved, obviously, in the third book. So I really like the series. I thought there was a lot of humor to them. I thought their family dynamic was really great. I love a family, historical romance. Do I love a family romance? I think I just love a family romance where there's family dynamics involved. So I really liked it for that. And the next one I'm going to recommend is going to be A Kingdom of Dreams by Judith McNaught. Kingdom of Dreams by Judith McNaught. So I have this one. I rated it 5 stars. Now, I rated it 5 stars like 10 years ago, so it's been a while since I've read it, so I don't quite remember exactly what I loved about it so much. One of the few books I didn't actually have a review for, but I was pretty critical of my romances 10 years ago, I feel like. That was me coming out right out of college when I had read so many classics and things. So the fact that I rated it like a 5 stars, it must mean it was good. I'm going with that. It was just really good. I just thought it was really good at the time. And I definitely want to try to reread it, kind of refresh my memory. But what I read about it was that it's a Scottish heroine and an English duke, which is great. I think there was a discussion about how there's more Scottish heroes rather than Scottish heroines. So I like the fact that it's a Scottish heroine. And again, rated at 5 stars, and that's pretty rare for me. So I think that might be worth recommending. My favorite historical romances, to sum up with the last book, is going to be My Darling Duke by Stacey Reid. I just read this recently. I read this for February for the Black Author Readathon, and I loved this so much. This is favorite historical romances that I've read, at least within the last year. It was Beauty and the Beast retelling. It had such a great brooding hero. He was disabled hero. I loved him so much. Mildly obsessed. I absolutely need to read everything Stacey Reid now. And yes, I really, really love this. And it was so great. And yeah, no, I could talk about it ad nauseum. I'm not going to, but there you have it. And there's just some of my favorite historical romances. Wow, I went through that list really fast. I hope people got something out of it and found something new that they want to add to the TBR or to read. Comment down below. Please comment down below and let me know what your favorite historical romance is, or current one of the month. I would love to know, and I would love to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw and want to see more things from me, please subscribe and hit likes and bells. I would really appreciate it, as well as follow me on all the things that you can see down below that I'm linked to on the social medias. You can follow me on those. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!